A lot of DoorDash drivers want to get into that DoorDash large order program, or some call it maybe the catering program. The orders are $100, the subtotals are $100 or more. And many of us have the metrics to get in, but we can't because there's already enough drivers. If you're in the tier program that DoorDash has, this video is for you because I'm going to show you how you can get in. My name is Pedro. Welcome back to the RideShare Guy. Now, I was in Florida and Georgia and saw some of these screenshots I'm going to put up here. When I was in that zone, it told me I met the requirements to be a platinum DoorDash driver. Now, many of you will say, Pedro, I'm not going through all that. I'm not raising my acceptance rate. I get it. But if you're close enough, my question to you is why not? This is what you could do to get in the large order program. You click a couple links, you take a picture of your catering bag, and within 4 days, we'll get back to you on whether you are accepted or not. All you really need is the requirements, and they're going to verify. You take 2 pictures of your catering bag, one bag, and then a picture of the inside of your catering bag. And then if you're in the tier program, you meet the requirements, right? You're in a zone that has it, you'll be in the large order program. Very simple. Now, a lot of you might ask, well, if you're already in it, obviously you're already in it. The thing that I think we need to remember is DoorDash is telling us, and the tier program, right, where they're making the ratings matter, is going to continue to be widespread. I am not saying, I don't have any information that they're going to have it everywhere, but I feel like it's going to continue in 2024. So this is the reason I say that. If you are somebody that doesn't meet these requirements, you're not in a tier program zone, and it comes to your zone, you might lose the large order program as an option for you. And for a lot of y'all, you make a lot of good money with that program. And I'm bringing this to the community because if you're not in the large order program, want to be, and you're in a tier zone, this is the way that you can achieve that. DoorDash is telling you this is the blueprint to give you that large catering, large order options when you're out making money. And those are where most of the big tips are going to be, because most consumers are tipping off a percentage, and the higher the dollar amount, the higher the subtotal, the higher the tip value. Now, some of you might be asking, well, Pedro, why are you bringing this up? What's the significance? For me, I think the significance is we have to be able to set ourselves up to knowing what these apps are doing and what they're prioritizing and where they're going. The tier program, in my opinion, will be widespread. If you want to either retain or achieve the large order program, that might be a way you might have to do that if that's important to you. If not, maybe you work other apps, catering apps, you try other catering apps, and that gives you the opportunity to get bigger orders. With DoorDash, I believe this is the way we're going to have to go if you want to see those big orders, or at least have priority for those big orders. We should all have a catering bag. Here's mine. Listen, we should all have them. You can buy them on Amazon. They don't have to be DoorDash branded. DoorDash doesn't require that. None of the apps do. You could buy them from DoorDash. Sometimes there's a discount code. If you buy them online, I got mine for $40. I think even sometimes they'll have them on sale, whatever. Definitely recommend getting one so that when that tier program comes, because I think it's coming, and you want to be able to unlock those, you have your bag, you upload those 2 pictures, and you sit back and wait to get into that program. I think there's still money to be had in the gig economy, DoorDash specifically, in 2024. But I believe it's going to be harder for a lot of us. I believe if we're not willing to adapt and re-strategize and re-look at the app and see what they're prioritizing, it will definitely be twice as hard for a lot of us if we're not willing to do that. And I am by no means saying take bad orders, take trash orders, compromise your integrity in that regard. I still believe we shouldn't be taking $2 and $3 orders really ever. And we should really look at the 4 and 5s like, is it good? Only if it's like 1 mile maybe, or if it's an add-on to the route. But I believe even if you're somebody that doesn't take those smaller kind of orders, if the mileage is okay and it doesn't take you long, that's a way you can get the AR up to where you meet the metrics, where you could keep on the program or be invited into the program. It is what it is. They're going to make ratings matter. All the apps are going to go to this way. They're going to go to this way at some point. That's what all the apps are really doing. They're focusing on that. Whether we believe it or not, whether we agree with it or not, is irrelevant. That is the black and white of it. That is the facts of the matter. What will you guys do to keep that large order program? Do you want to retain the large order program? Let me know. Let us know in the comments below. And if you drive for DoorDash, Uber, you shop for Instacart, you do Grubhub, check out the courses in the description box to maximize your earnings, especially if you're new, to get some better tools to make sure you're making as much money from seasoned veterans. We got some great information in there. And as always, drive safe, and I'll see you guys next week.